Desire to be.
Hey everybody, it's Sean O'Hara here. Welcome back to my channel. Thought I'd share a little bit about what's happening with the economy, which is not something we really speak about much on this channel. Basically, the New York Fed came out with their quarterly report for the last quarter of 2024, and it's not too pretty. Credit card debt has increased by over $45 billion. And out of that credit card debt, 72% is actually delinquent. Now, simple math, you take 72% of 45 billion, it's over 3 million Americans that are currently late on their credit card debt. There's something brewing in the entire country right now, slowly affecting Southern California. So it's not a reality that's too great to hear, but that's what's going on. These numbers will affect Southern California. It won't affect us like the rest of the economy in the country for a while. And it's slowly hitting home, little by little. This is a prime example of a homeowner that has been affected in their own life with their property and debt. Something I've personally done since 2008 is I track foreclosures on a monthly basis. What I'm personally seeing, boots on the ground, so to speak, is notice of defaults, which is basically when a homeowner is 90 days late or more. Those are growing, and right now we're averaging about 120 a month in San Diego, newly recorded notice of default on their mortgages. And then on top of that, we're averaging about 45 to 50 actual homes going to auction every month in San Diego. Here we are today, a prime example of one of those pre-foreclosures here in Spring Valley, actually, in San Diego. When these people first contacted me, I believe it was January 13th. Now, keep in mind, they contacted me on January 13th with a foreclosure auction date scheduled for January 22nd. That's 9 days. So I dropped everything, hit the ground running. I got involved. They became my clients. I communicated effectively with their bank, and I took certain actions that had to be taken to get the foreclosure postponed. The foreclosure postponement, I got 30 days out of the bank. Now, 30 days in situations like this mean the world. This gives us breathing room. It gives us a time to weed through my network of cash buyers throughout California, pick and choose the best offer. And we came across an offer for $650,000, all cash, as is, and that's who we ended up going with. What originated as a nightmare situation ended up a success story, I believe. We were able to get what I consider as market value for this as-is situation. It's situations like this that actually I'm very proud of. This was a homeowner that thought they were literally gonna lose their home when I got involved, and I was able to take my experience from back in 2008, back when I first entered the real estate side of things, and people unfortunately were sadly losing their homes left and right. I was able to cultivate that experience and bring it to assist people in these situations. If you happen to know somebody or yourself happens to be in a situation like this, make sure that they're aware that they do have options. Our real estate agents are a dime a dozen these days. But what I always express to people, it's like, if you're gonna have heart surgery, you don't deal with some random medical student just out of medical school. You wanna go to the best. You wanna go to those that have experience, boots on the ground, with operations, with saving homes, with pre-foreclosures, with dealing with the banks, and so forth and so on. It's a matter of turning a negative into a positive. And that's a prime example of what we did here today. Thanks again for checking out the video. I always appreciate every one of you. And then as always, don't forget to slam that like button. And if you haven't already, please subscribe. And then if there's any questions at all you had about the topic that we discussed today, please leave a comment. Let's keep this conversation going, and I will see you next time.